Welcome all and to all a welcome to my channel. We're going to be reviewing Macbeth and the Odyssey today. It's going to be a great video. I'm going to play some Marvel Rivals. It's going to be hype, guys. It's going to be really good. Kind of hard to understand. It was made as a play by William Shakespeare, and I couldn't understand what most of them were talking about half the time, so it gets a 2 out of 10. Epic poem written by Homer, and it goes over the Greek tale of Odysseus as he travels back home to Ithaca after the Battle of Troy. Now, the Battle of Troy is where stuff like the Trojan Horse happened and all that. It's just pretty solid. Pretty solid story. The thing about the Odyssey is that while it is an epic poem, it does not necessarily read like one most of the time. I remember this is a story I actually read in high school, and it was quite good. It quite kept my attention. It wasn't nearly like that of the level of Beowulf or anything, but oh my gosh, it was really good, really enthralling. I was already a fan of Greek mythology from reading things like Percy Jackson, and this really just kind of got me hooked. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Our healers are being pretty trash right now, so this is going to be a very interesting video. What was enjoyable about the Odyssey was quite simply just its pacing, really. I like the way it tells the story. If you want to know, if I'm remembering correctly, it starts on Calypso's island, and that's actually one of the first things you do, and more of the story is him retelling the events of his journey to meet Calypso. Not journey to meet Calypso, but journey that ended up with him getting captured by Calypso. It's a very interesting idea there. Events with his crewmen, I have to say by far one of my favorites is the events of the Cyclops, but also I would have to say that, sorry, hang on, I gotta focus up. Okay, alright, never mind. I forgot what I was talking about. I would be kicking myself over and over and over if I did not mention this. But it was very good to see the inspiration for what the SpongeBob Bag of Winds ended up being. The Odyssey really walked so that the SpongeBob movie from, I think, 2004 could run. Movie also being notable in this review for following something very similar to the hero's journey that the Odyssey sets up and really paves the way for. You know, the hero's journey was then this thing that was defined by Joseph Campbell, but it was majorly outlined in the Odyssey. It's a basic 8-step, I want to say program, but it's an 8-step basically outline for good story creation. And it still holds up to this day. There are still many things that use it. You can think of really any example of this would be very early Rick and Morty episodes of the hero's journey. Actually, I mean, it follows something that Dan Harmon calls the Harmon Circle, but that of which is based off of the hero's journey. And I actually know none of this from my literary degree. This is all stuff I learned in high school, funny enough. That's hilarious. Much less an actual review and much more a yap session that I just get to talk to the camera about some of the stuff I read and some of the stuff going on. Johnny Storm just needs to shut up. Stop going supernova. I think Johnny Storm 23 is really good though. You should. I can't say that. Throughout the entire story of the Odyssey, Odysseus, the main character himself, proves to be not only very physically strong at multiple points, but also extremely cunning. One example of such being him naming himself Nobody when he declares who he is to the Cyclops. So that way when the other dumb Cyclops is asked who attacked you, he said, "Nobody attacked me," which rightfully so. I mean, you know, the guy named Nobody attacked him. I mean, this guy sometimes has schemes that just go beyond even my own cunning. I plan to bring you guys a review of the Iliad, the prequel story to the Odyssey sometime at some point on this channel. I don't know when that'll be though. Got a lot of stuff I want to read. Sorry, I died. I'm gonna play for a little bit because they're just to get my final thoughts out. I don't want to be distracted by the game. Overall, I do think the Odyssey is an incredible piece of literature, and I actually have nothing bad to say about it. I think this is the first piece I genuinely enjoyed. 100% through. The beginning with like the god count, it's different, but like it's all just set up. So I'd have to give the Odyssey the first 10 out of 10 on this list, and Macbeth is, it's Macbeth. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10. I don't like tragedies. I don't like this. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video.